Hey, how's it going? Mark Linder, broker for the 1-8 Real Estate Group, coming to you live and direct today. I hope you're having a fantastic day and a great week. I wanted to touch base real quick this morning and just give you some valuable information about this exciting real estate market that we're in. Whether you're sitting where you're at for a little while, or whether you're thinking about selling or buying, or maybe this is the first time for you, this is going to be a great video for everybody involved, because this is going to let you know what's going on in your market today, February 2018. But let's get right into it. This is the 1-8 Real Estate Group February market update, and let's talk about the market real quick just to kind of get things started, okay? You know, as I discussed in my previous video, I talked about how 2018, I made some projections and some predictions based on some articles that I'd read on what's going to be possibly going on in this coming year. But let's just talk about what's going on now as we get the ball rolling in these first couple of months. The market is tightening up at this point. There's still a lot of buyers out there, and all the buyers are migrating towards the best properties, and there's still what we would call a low inventory. And right now the inventory is down 1.9%. The month's supply is down 4.3%. The days on market is hanging out at around 28 days. Now, bear in mind, the homes that are the best out there, they're in pristine condition, fully updated, and they're marketed properly, which is what we do here at the 1-8 Real Estate Group for our sellers. Those homes are going in literally 1, 2, maybe 3 to 5 days. I just sold one that went under contract in 5 days, and I had tons of showings on it. So I'm just telling you, those properties go well below 28 days. They get off the market fast. Now, this 28 days encompasses some of these properties that are not even in good condition, that have been sitting on the market for a while. When you average it all out, the average is 28 days. So that means we're looking really good with a 28-day average. That means we're in a seller's market, guys. That means you can get top dollar for your house and you can sell it fast, especially if you have an experienced, seasoned professional helping you facilitate the sale of that home and put maximum amount of dollar in your pocket in the shortest amount of time. Highly skilled on the contracts and negotiations so that there's no hassle to you in the transaction. But anyway, the other thing to think about is the percentage of list price. Sellers are getting 97.2% on their list price. So this is a healthy seller's market, guys. But I wanted to talk to y'all about kind of, again, segueing off my last video of how the market's going to shift a little bit. It's tight right now. And so I want to talk to you about being a seller, how that's going to benefit you, okay? So as a seller, being in a tight market is really going to benefit you, because let's say there's 10 buyers out there and there's 50 homes to choose from, okay? There's plenty of choice there. But take that same 10 buyers and there's only 10 to choose from. See, if you're a seller in a market where there's not much inventory and there's a lot of buyers looking, you have an advantage as a seller. Now in the summertime, it's going to ramp up to where it's 10 buyers looking at 50, 100, 200 homes. And see what I'm saying? Now you've got less competition. So right now as a seller with less competition, that means you can get your top dollar on the terms you want, quick close, put that money in your pocket, right? So it's a good time for that as a seller to sell right now, as opposed to in the summer when you have more competition, and we'll get into that. So check this out. This graph right here says it all, okay? This is the new listings on the market as a graphical analysis here. Now, right here at the low points, every single one of these low points over the last 3 years are right here in December. 2016, 2017, and now 2018, right here in December are the low points. Right here in the high points is the middle of the summer, baby. Right there, late June, early July, right there, bam, is the high points on the amount of homes. Now we're right here, we're ramping up on this mountain like we're in the Olympics. We're getting ready to go down the slalom here, and we're ramping up on the amount of listings. So what that's gonna do from now until the summer is this tightening that we're feeling right now is gonna begin to loosen up. So if you're a seller, it's a great time to get out there. If you're a buyer, it's a great time to get out there, because there are less buyers right now. So as the listings increase, the buyers will increase too. Now, what I wanted to say real quick is that this market that we're seeing is not a result of just people making moves in the summer because of schooling, but people are making moves year round because of jobs. Jobs, they're not based on the school year. They're based on fiscal years. And so we're seeing right now in January, a lot of people start their fiscal years. We're seeing right here a lot of people making moves because they're getting jobs, they're getting transferred, they're coming here from different states. DFW is hot, guys. So let's move on to the next point. I think you get the point on that. As we move into our next thing, we're going to talk about how it's a really interesting time right now for millennials. I talked about this in my last video, but millennials are getting older. They're starting to reach 30. A lot of them are going to be reaching 30 here in a few years, and they're starting to think differently. When you start to reach 30, you start to think differently, more long-term, future, maybe you have some kids, whatever. But millennials are going to start entering into the game, and I think they're going to realize this point that I'm going to share with you right now. CNBC did an article. This guy named David Bach, he wrote this book that was the #1 bestseller on the New York Times bestseller list. And he wrote this book, and it was called The Automatic Millionaire. So basically, it was 31 weeks on the New York Times bestseller. This guy knows a lot about millionaires. He knows a lot about making money. And he said the #1 mistake that millennials are making right now is not buying their first home. They're still renting and stuff like that. And that's a big mistake. And he went in to give us some reasons. He said that homeowners are worth 40 times more than renters. Now that first home doesn't need to be that dream home, it can be a small home, it can be a townhome, a duplex, a condo, something like that. But if you get in that home, because right now, folks, you're making money while you sleep if you own a home. You're making anywhere from 7 to 10%. I even saw 14% in like Carrollton and Allen. Some of these areas, the appreciation rate is ridiculous if you own a home. You're just sitting there making money while you sleep, guys. Get started. You know, if it's not a dream home right now, get in there, stay for a few years, take the cash from that, move up to your dream home. You know, but don't make another guy rich and pay rent. And then this is a really good one, I thought, this piece of advice that this guy David Bach gave us. He said, don't do a 30-year mortgage. Do a 15-year mortgage. Why? Because it's 15 years less interest payments. It's literally hundreds of thousands of dollars you're saving by doing a 15-year mortgage. Well, Mark, I can't afford that. You know, my monthly payment's going to be too high. Well, you can find a way, and here's a really creative way. You go to work, you're at work, you're at lunchtime, you go out to eat with the fellas, you go out to eat with the girls, you go out to eat with your coworkers. Hey, check it out. Brown bag it. Save $10, $15, $20 a day and don't eat out. Brown bag it and take that money, put it into your future, put it into your finances, put it into real estate and pay off a 15-year mortgage. I can even show you how to pay off a mortgage in 5 to 7 years. So if you need more information on that, give me a shout, let me know. But look, guys, the bottom line is when a well-respected millionaire gives investment advice, you know, you might want to listen to the guy. You know, it's pretty cool. I think millennials are going to rise to the occasion. I think they're going to really start to begin to buy homes and begin to invest in their future by owning real estate. You know, the fact of the matter is owning real estate, you got that tax benefit. You have, you know, as we said, you have that appreciation. You can do things with a home. You can take out HELOCs, home equity lines of credit, pay bills off, pay off student debt. You can put in that pool. I mean, there's lots of options when you own a house. And last but not least, the last point I want to get into is buy, sell, or build. You know, I had the pleasure of working with some clients recently, and they said they wanted to build a house. Now, guys, a lot of people like to go into a builder and not have a real estate professional. Here's what I want to say. Do not go to a builder without a real estate professional. Here's why. It doesn't cost you anything. It actually is going to cost you something when it comes to negotiating the price. Just by a real estate agent walking in there, these guys know that they can't talk you up on price because they know a real estate professional is sitting there that knows the value of the home they're building, knows the area, knows the comps, and knows what you can get on the resale. And they're not going to allow you to overpay for a home. Just by the presence of an agent walking in there, you're going to save thousands of dollars. I literally just saved some of my clients like 14 grand on a house just by walking in there, pulling up the comps and talking to the sales associate. And guess what? That myth that, oh, well, if I don't use a real estate professional, then maybe they'll give me a better deal. That's complete hogwash. These builders have already put in their budget planning that they know most people are going to work with an agent. Most savvy buyers know that they can have a real estate agent in this market for free. And on that, I want to say this. You can work with me, 15 years in the business, broker. You can work with me for no cost to you as a buyer. I will represent you, and it will not cost you anything to have a seasoned professional looking out after your best interests and making sure you get a good deal and no one takes advantage of you, and that, if possible, we'll save you thousands of dollars. As a seller, you want to definitely hook up with me because we know how to get that property marketed and exposed to the amount of people that it's going to take to get multiple offers and to get a contract, to get you top dollar, the least amount of hassle, the least amount of time, and that's what you want to do. Wouldn't that be fantastic as a seller to make a boatload of cash, put it into that dream home, move up, stay where you're at, move down. Some of you want to downsize, or some of you need to relocate for a job. Call the 1-8 Real Estate Group. My name's Mark Linder. I want to help you do this. And then let me just leave you with this and just say that really appreciate you taking the time to listen to this message. I want you to have a fantastic day. If you need anything, whether it comes to buying, selling, or investing, if you're an investor and you want to find a good flip or a good rental, if you want to find a good lot to build on, you need some resources, holler at us. Let us know how we can be of service. We want to serve you and your family in your real estate needs and make sure that you're taken care of, and make sure that you are putting your money towards your future and towards your future wealth and your future investment, so that you can come out ahead shining like gold in the end. Again, this is Mark Linder, broker for the 1-8 Real Estate Group. Have a great day, and remember this: if you can believe it, you can achieve it. Stay strong, stay blessed. Signing out. Have a good one.